What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Y'all come on in. Alright, we'll give them another minute, y'all, and we'll get started. What's up, Chris? What's up, Miss Pat? What's up, Joanna? Brian. Alright. How about we get started? Now, the title of this lecture is called The Death Star. So let's talk about it, what it is, where it comes from, how it works. So, alright, let's get it. What is the Death Star? In Star Wars mythology, it is a moon-sized space station with the power to destroy planets. Now, astrologically, the Death Star is Betelgeuse / Betelgeuse, the star constellation Betelgeuse that's in the Orion constellation. Yes. The Betelgeuse system, a star system in the Orion constellation. Now, spiritual / magically, the Death Star is Baron Semitic, death god / death lord of the underworld and afterlife. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. Next, you have in reality is the moon, which is known as Sin or the white moon. You know, the moon, as we know it, the white moon in a way, is a space station. The other moons are the real moons, the colored moons, the yellow, the red, the lunar eclipse, the blue, the green moons, the pink moons. Them all are actually the real moons. The white moon is actually the space station. See what I'm saying? So now, metaphysically, it is the black dot that's in your mind, the knee one point. You see what I'm saying? The knee one point. Your thought bone. You feel me? Your thought bone. So this is what you got going on here. This is what the Death Star really is. You feel me? This is what the Death Star really is. So a lot of people ask me, what is the thought bone? Out of everything I said, how does your mind, the black dot in your mind, a thought bone? Well, it was prophesied that this black dot inside of you, also known as the knee one point, which the Asians literally call black medicine, and also is a black curse. It's a curse for them, medicine for us, right? So that's literally what they call it. Now, the knee one point has always been prophesied in many different mythologies that one day it will come online and wipe this shit out, right? That day is fastly approaching. So what does it look like when that thought bomb goes off? Let me show you. This is a scene from Logan. This is a scene from Logan. Check it out. So, as y'all can see, his black dot, as they're going to show you in the movie, is classified as an MWMD, which means it's a mental weapon of mass destruction. And that's basically what the thought bomb is classified by the occult side of the FBI and CIA. You know, they got a occult district as well. While all they do is study the metaphysical laws and teachings of our ancestors. And they already came across it. So they know that inside of your pineal glands, a black dot, the knee-1 point, energetically, they said one day that knee-1 point gonna go off and begin to destroy their system. And they call this, and they have labeled this a weapon of mass destruction. You see what I'm saying? A weapon of mass destruction. But we know it as the thought bomb. You see what I'm saying? The thought bomb. So let's continue. What is the Death Star capable of? In Star Wars mythology, it was a super weapon that harnessed the power of kyber crystals to project out a green light to destroy planets. Once again, there go that green light, child. Here we go again, that green light. It's happening again. Green light radiation, huge, the force of creative will, the subject of many of our conversations lately, right? So let's see what they're talking about here.
Perhaps she would... respond to an alternative form of persuasion.
What do you mean?
I think it is time we demonstrated the full power of this station. Set your course for Alderaan. We've entered the Alderaan system.
Governor Tarkin, I should have expected to find you holding Vader's leash. I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board.
Charming to the last. You don't know how hard I found it signing the order to terminate your life.
I'm surprised you had the courage to take the responsibility yourself.
Princess Leia, before your execution, I would like you to be my guest at a ceremony that will make this battle station operational. No star system will dare oppose the Emperor now.
The more you tighten your grip, Tarkin, the more star systems will slip through your fingers.
Not after we demonstrate the power of this station. In a way, you have determined the choice of the planet that will be destroyed first. Since you are reluctant to provide us with the location of the rebel base, I have chosen to test this station's destructive power on your home planet of Alderaan.
No, Alderaan is peaceful. We have no weapons. You can't
You would prefer
possibly...
another target, a military target? Then name the system. I grow tired of asking this, so it'll be the last time. Where is the rebel base?
Dantooine. You're on Dantooine.
You see, Lord Vader, she can be reasonable. Continue with the operation. You may fire when ready.
What?
You're far too trusty. Dantooine is too remote to make an effective demonstration, but don't worry. We will deal with your rebel friends soon enough. Commence primary ignition.
All of a sudden it just froze.
Are you all right? What's wrong?
I felt a great disturbance in the force, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced. I fear something terrible has happened.
So yeah, the power of the green light. That's the power to destroy planets and everything. That's what they just showed you. The Death Star. See what I'm saying? So now what's this power astrologically? Betelgeuse or Betelgeuse. Betelgeuse is normally a bright red star, the red Kachina, in the constellation of Orion. Because of its rapid evolution, it's expected to go supernova and ascend. You see what I'm saying? Also, the second Death Star is actually Nibiru. See what I'm saying? The giant one that they show you in episode 6, that's Nibiru. Peak gang there. Peak gang. So, yeah. So, let me show you what we mean by Betelgeuse. See this energy here. Let's go and get him up here. Boom. Betelgeuse, the Lord of the Underworld. And it literally said, pointing to Betelgeuse. It literally says Betelgeuse in the photo. Right here on this side. See? So this you got going on here. So peep gang here. I got a little video for y'all that's gonna break down what the Betelgeuse really is, or Betelgeuse really is.
6, verse 9. In the Lord's Prayer, where it says, Our Father who art in heaven, the word for heaven in Greek is Uranus, which is also the Greek word for the constellation of Orion, where the Death Star of Betelgeuse is located. Heaven is naturally located near the 3 stars of Orion's belt, and the star Betelgeuse naturally serves as purgatory or limbo, halfway between heaven and hell. This is why Betelgeuse is also considered a stargate or the crossroads, and has been associated with deities related to death, judgment, and the crossroads such as Osiris, Osir, Harmonic, and Eloquent. This is why when Betelgeuse finally dies and explodes, it will send all manners of ghosts, ghouls, and specters throughout the universe, before becoming a black hole and bringing death to all around it. This is why the star Betelgeuse is aligned with the unfinished layer of Uranus and Romulus, city of the dead, Osea and Area in Egypt. Betelgeuse is the Death Star. Betelgeuse is the crossroads. Betelgeuse is the stargate. Betelgeuse is the bioresourcist. Death becomes you. See you at the crossroads. Rest in peace.
There you go. There you go. That's what Betelgeuse really is. Betelgeuse is discussing the rising of the monstrous forces in your melanin inside you. You call Betelgeuse name 3 times, which summoned him from the underworld. And you know those 3, the calling his name 3 times is you activating the pineal, pituitary, and hypothalamus gland. You see what I'm saying? So now let's check it out. We're just gonna do a little trailer for Betelgeuse. I'm quite sure most of y'all have seen the movie, so don't have to go too hard there. We'll get a little trailer. Keep it simple.
From the director of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Adam and Barbara are ghosts.
What's the good of being a ghost if you can't frighten people away?
Their house is being haunted by the living. Maybe the house could use a little remodeling. And they can't scare them into leaving.
They're dead. It's a little late to be neurotic.
So they're calling on Betelgeuse.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Who's no ordinary ghost.
You don't want his help.
Can you be scary? What do you think of that? Now, the party's over.
You want somebody out of the house? I want to get somebody out of your house.
But the fun has just begun.
It's showtime.
For your voice, for your friend, fun party.
Not dead. This is amazing.
Want a cigarette? Oh, no, thank you. Well, here I come, baby. He's guaranteed to put some life. Attention, keyboard shoppers. In your afterlife. Michael Keaton is Betelgeuse. And the ghost was the most babe.
Now, y'all know anything about Mike Keaton? He also played Batman in the first 2 movies. So they always use his energy for those underworld deities. You know, Batman is the Mayan bat god Kamazos. You see what I'm saying? So he always playing those underworld deities. So Betelgeuse is no different. Baron Samedi, Anubis. See what I'm saying? The Death Star, the Dog Star. Also making that connection with Sirius, right? Orion and Sirius are deeply related. They have a big stake down here on this planet. You see what I'm saying? So now, magically, / spiritually, Baron Samedi or Baron Samedi is the Lord of the Gedi, which is the Lord's name for spirits of the dead. His wife is Bridget Mamon. He has power over life and death, just like the Death Star, right? He is also a giver of life, as he cures mortals of any disease. Like he said, he will put life in your afterlife. And notice they said the living is tormenting their mind. You see what I'm saying? they're tormenting their house. The house is usually just the mind in most movies, by the way. If you didn't know, a house is usually a mind, your mind. So that's usually when you relate home, you think about what? A place where you can be at peace in your own mind, heart, body, spirit, and soul, right? So yeah, so in movies, that's all it represents. So now, yeah, I got a scene for you here with Baron Something in the movie Sugar Hill, the original Sugar Hill. Let's see here. Let's see, that's the right scene. I'm typing in. Make sure that's it. Yep, that's it. That's the one. Alright, cool. Check it out. That's Baron Zombie.
superb.
All but one.
What do you plan to do with her?
I was thinking.
Yes, the price I asked for our bargain.
Cheap at that.
Of course, I would prefer you. But she will have to do at least for now. Goodbye, Sugar Hill. A gift for you. Won't you join me?
It's over, Mama. You can rest now.
So there you go. Y'all know the story of the original Sugar Hill that came out in 1974. This mafia, this white mafia, killed her husband over some bullshit. It was just some petty ass shit. The reason why they killed him. So she got down with her mother with that hoodoo voodoo. Hoodoo voodoo. She got down with them Giti and Baron Samedi. The spirits of the dead and Lord of the dead, and she just went on a warpath, murking every nigga who had something to do with her husband death. So you can go check it out. You can go check it out on Amazon Prime or you can check out the Brown Sugar app. She obtained the name Sugar Hill because Sugar Hill is actually, sugar is your melanin, and of course the hill is your pineal. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so of course the next Sugar Hill would be some old depressing shit with Wesley Snipes and Ray Nathan, although they had some fire ass lines. I think they did that shit just to shut down the original Sugar Hill, cause they had nothing to do with each other. You see what I'm saying? But they did that for that generation to make you forget about what the last generation did, because Sugar Hill was so fucking powerful. That supernatural voodoo woman was so fucking powerful. Shit, you see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. So check that movie out. Check that movie out. It's a very powerful movie on voodoo, you know, and the power. What happens when you and your friends on the other side put in work. You see what I'm saying? You and your friends on the other side put in work. So next, reality. There have been many reports of Draco, white / gray drakes, fleeing the moon to come to Earth. The moon is in charge of keeping the firmament, this dome, power and in check, so that we stay quarantined and sectioned off from the rest of the galaxy. Now, what they feel is your thought bomb, even though they have all that going on, your thought bomb, your Newon point, is they know that it's still capable of wiping out their Arcanic Matrix. So this you got going on here. So this is where the power is coming from. This is why they feel the Death Star. Now y'all starting to see what's going on here. Next. What was the significance of Darth Vader killing Obi-Wan on the Death Star? They represented the Sith, the Jedi, finally destroying the last of the Cabal Jedi Order once and for all. That's what they represent. That's what y'all are seeing. Now, Return of the Jedi, there's some other shit going on. You know, you notice they give you 2 good magical ones, and they have to shut it down in reverse time, and where they come out on top. You know, it's time manipulation. But Darth Vader killed Obi-Wan. Of course, we got to see that scene. Of course, although we've seen it a million times, but to understand what you're seeing here, and then we're gonna break down who these Cabal Jedi are and why Darth Vader had to kill him. He had to wipe out the Jedi Order. It was a must that he did that. Listen to what he said. Notice what he said. He said, the circle is complete. When we left you, we was but the learners. The ones you killed and destroyed in the ancient days when you betrayed us, when you betrayed our parents and everybody during the Great War. You see what I'm saying? The Great War of old. You see what I'm saying? The Moors and all them dirty Moors and all everybody else who played in their role, who helped these archons take us down at that time. We witnessed our parents die then. We rose up, but we was just learners. We didn't have the knowledge and power that our parents had, so we had to suffer. Of course, we wasn't that strong enough. So we had, when they killed us off, we had to go across the cosmos and learn what we need to learn. And we came back here and picked up what we left off. You see what I'm saying? So now the circle is complete. We came back for them dirty Moors who set us up in the old times, during the last war. We came back for their asses to fuck them up. But see, now they thought they was going to have all powers in their hand. But what he said your powers are feeble, old man. Your powers are feeble, old man. Why did he say that? Because the cycles are shifting, and so their power is waning. You see what I'm saying? Their power. The Cabal Jedi, our indigenous brothers and sisters who turned on us to work with the establishment and abandon the ways of our ancestors. You see what I'm saying? So that's what this represents here. So what happens next? What happens next with these motherfuckers? They didn't think we was gonna come back full force like we did. And even though they had all the information, they had all the scrolls, it had all been deciphered for this time, they still underestimated the cycle, the changing of the cycle. And they underestimated the star seeds, the star soldiers, the watchers who will incarnate down here and still put in work. And we still made it to this great convergence and woke up many, millions, billions on this planet. You see what I'm saying? And they wasn't expecting that. So let's continue here. Let's continue.
Disbelief is
He told him that if you kill me, I should become more powerful than you can ever imagine. That's more something we should have said than them. They actually stole one of our lines, but they ain't gonna become powerful shit. You kill them motherfuckers, they done. You see what I'm saying? They done. Them motherfuckers just fall back into the abyss. They don't get more powerful. Some of them got enough spirit energy to become astral ghosts and astral spirits or disemparted spirits or whatever. But most of them is usually done for the most part. So as you got going on here. So that was just rhetoric on Obi-Wan's part. He didn't really do shit else the rest of the movie besides come as Force Ghost and try to guide Luke to bed from beyond. See what I'm saying? So that was all out of war. See what I'm saying? That was out of war. They took one of our lines and flipped it onto Darth Vader, but in actuality, that's our shit too. You kill a starseed, they actually do become more powerful than you can imagine. Because even in death, they're going to help the Star family from the other side, from the afterlife. And even when this shit ends, they're going to come back and fuck this shit up alongside us. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. So this is a deadly scene. If you didn't know what you was looking at. This is a deadly scene. But, he was the last of the Cabal Jedi. So I know a lot of people were like, well, what about Yoda, Mark? What about Yoda? Yoda is actually the Baphomet. What you're seeing in Star Wars is they are using the Baphomet's, Yoda's energy perversely and wrongly. You see what I'm saying? So to help feed this archonic matrix, this archonic republic. And that's why he was exiled by our ancestors, because he had to be purged of all the bullshit. But he was too programmed, too fucked up to see the error of his ways. You see what I'm saying? He still couldn't find balance with the dark and the light inside himself. So, but even still, with that, he was able to ascend. You see what I'm saying? As long as he stayed away from them motherfuckers, he was able to ascend and move on to the next realm. So now, so that's why he left and went to the planet Dagobah, Dagon tribe. He was exiled. That's that storyline. To retire and heal. That's why he was able to shift. And Yoda was what color? Green. The green light, the ray of harmony. Once again, Yoda ascended, right? So Yoda represents the creative, ascended aspects of the ray of light. Well, it's the Death Star, the Death Star, Beetlejuice, the Dog Star, Anubis, however you want to look at it, whichever one. You can just shift them around. But that's still the Dog Star. Anubis is actually still underworld energy. So we use the destructive aspects of the green light. So but it's all green light. It's green light radiation. It's heat, force of creative will. Getting it. So this is what you got going on. So that was the significance of the color green in Star Wars. The Death Star showed the destructive power and of green light, force of creative will, and Yoda showed the ascended powers of the green light. And so in Dagobah was the balance, the organizational powers. You see what I'm saying? Because it was what? A swamp land, but it was full of what? Nature. See what I'm saying? So they represented the O, the God, generator, operator, destroyer. So that was the operational energies of the force, the organizational energies of the force. As a system, because nature is what? Nature is a technology, a function, a system of operation, operating system. So that's what you got going on here. So now, what was the significance of blowing up the Death Star? Literally, Luke Skywalker injected synthetic plasma /RNA into the body of the Death Star, which caused it to be destabilized and destroyed. Let us see the scene.
shot, kid. That was 1 in a million.
Great shot. There was 1 in a million. Peep game of the content here. So that was what that was about. That's them injecting or trying to inject these vaccines in you. See what I'm saying? Don't matter which vaccine, all of them, goddammit. All of them to shut down your DNA and distort your DNA. What's up, ladies? What's up, go? So to distort your DNA, to infuse they bullshit inside of you to stop your acceleration. To stop your acceleration. So let's continue here. So of course this is a Star Wars relation, so we gotta talk about the Force a little bit here. What is the Force? It is a cosmic unified field of energy, power, and presence. See what I'm saying? It's the glue. It's the cosmic glue and the cosmic breath that glues all this shit, that binds all this shit together. You see what I'm saying? And in a pattern of interconnectedness, which we call the web of life. So that's all the Force is. Their life energy, their living energy. So that empowers all this shit, animates everything, the animating principle. So yeah. But now, what was the significance of Obi-Wan telling Luke to use the Force to destroy the Death Star? He was actually saying, use the synthetic and artificial forces of the Archons to destabilize the rising consciousness of the indigenous forces, who are the Sith, the Jedi, or the Star Seeds, as we know ourselves today. You see what I'm saying? So, peak game here. Let me read that again. The significance of Obi-Wan telling Luke to use the Force to destroy the Death Star, he was saying, use the synthetic and artificial forces of the Archons to destabilize the rising consciousness of the indigenous forces and people on the planet, who are the natural Sith, the Jedi, and Star Seeds. So that's what was going on here. So what is the significant role of Darth Vader in these scenes, in these Death Star scenes? He represented the melanocytes / proprio melanocortin signaling system, which is your melanin body, in your body. He was fighting off these viruses. You see what I'm saying? So he represented the melanin system in your body, which is designed to fight off these arcane attacks and infections. These invaders that's invading your mind, body, spirit, and soul and body. You see what I'm saying? That's what he was doing here. That's what he was doing. So this you got going on here. So Darth Vader really represents the melanocytes in your body, fighting off the arcanic infections here. Good example, Rogue One. Perfect example. The Rebels. We're gonna get into them motherfuckers in a second. Darth Vader represents the war. Yeah, see that it's all your mind, body, spirit, and soul. That's what this story is about. This war is happening inside of you, but your body is a stargate, a star system. Remember that. It is the universe. It is the galaxy. This is the portal. You see the portals and the black holes and the clusters and the neutrons and the suns and the planets. You see what I'm saying? The moons and the stars. It's all that. You know, it's all that. So Darth Vader is literally your melanin raging through your body, fucking up these impurities. You see what I'm saying? He wielding what? A red ray. Because what? What we talked about that red ray? You are children of the root. So he wielding the root force because we are on the root chakra. So he literally an American Negro. How we know he's an American Negro? Because he is voiced by who? James Earl Jones, who is also the Mufasa. You see what I'm saying? Mufasa, and he was also the king in Coming to America, which is all symbolism. See what I'm saying? He was coming to America in that movie, but he represented us completely in this movie. So this is what you got going on here. So and him breathing, that it sounded just like carbon. When the breathing is literally the carbon. When it's hot and the oxygen and the air is hitting it. See what I'm saying? That's what you got going on here. That's what that is. That's the inhale and exhale of carbon, the dark force inside of you. They made it like it was cold, but it's actually hot. Carbon is actually hot. You see what I'm saying? It's actually melting inside of you. There's a liquid fire raging through you. You see what I'm saying? That's why y'all get so hot most of the time when you're dealing with this Kundalini force. Y'all don't get colder. Even though your fire can't get so hot that it burns cold, which is that liquid nitrogen, but most of the time your fire is hot. See what I'm saying? So that was the significance of Darth Vader in this particular scene. So let's continue here. So now, what is the significance of the Emperor? The Emperor, which is represented by Sith or Soot, is our neuromelanin, working to create strategies and tactics that help the indigenous Sith, the Jedi beings of the planet, to rise out of their sleep state. That's what the significance of the Emperor is. You see what I'm saying? And he says, I quote, in Return of the Jedi, everything that has transpired has done so according to my design. So that's what you got going on. He says this. So that's him. That's him. The red guards are your red blood cells. The stormtroopers are your white blood cells. Peep gang here.
I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will call me Master.
You're gravely mistaken. You won't convert me as you did my father.
Oh no, my young Jedi. You will find that it is you who are mistaken. A
He been blocked.
You're wrong. Soon I'll be dead. And you with me.
I am sure referred to the imminent attack on your rebel fleet. Sure we are quite safe from your friends here.
Your overconfidence is your weakness.
Your faith in your friends is yours.
It is pointless to resist, my son.
Everything that has transpired has done so according to my design.
Like I just
Your
said,
friends up there on the sanctuary are walking into a trap, as is your rebel fleet. It was I who allowed the Alliance to know the location of the shield generator. It is quite safe from your pitiful little band. An entire legion of my best troops awaits them. I'm afraid the deflector shield will be quite operational when your friends arrive. The Emperor has long loomed over the Star Wars.
so there you go. See, the throne room is the pineal gland. See what I'm saying? The throne room is the pineal gland. So it's all you. They just going in. They just invading your body, trying to attack you. See what I'm saying? Now, what is the significance of Vader killing the Emperor, supposedly? Luke, the Luciferian light, or the Cabal's manipulation of the Luciferian light, had finally corrupted his thought process, causing him to turn on his master, neuromelanin, and by extension, the Empire, the Holy Black Body, which is the propio-melanocortin signaling system, also known as the melanin body. You see what I'm saying? The melanin body. And so when he threw him down the shaft, the explosive dark energy they released from the Emperor after his death was the grand dispersing of the neuromelanin, also known as dark side burst, which means when powerful Sith Lords, the Jedi, die, all the accumulated force, energy, and melanin disperses in the form of a shockwave, causing destructive ripples through the force. Example, Henrietta Lacks, after she died, was noted that there was a powerful storm that was created that raised over the area where she was from, the area where her family stayed. This is the manifestation of her dark side burst, dispersing of the melanin upon her death. See what I'm saying? The neuromelanin upon her death. As Henrietta Lacks was a well-known hoodoo/voodoo practitioner. So what is the dark side burst? You see what I'm saying? What is the dark side burst? What's up, Colin Ma?
Forget the famous scene in Return of the Jedi. Vader is redeemed in the end, and as a result, he picks up the Emperor and throws him to his death. However, not much has been said over the fact that he apparently was the only Sith to have left a huge energy explosion when he died. So much so that the aftermath of that explosion makes it to the top of the shaft and into the throne room. In order to explain this, we must look into legends, as unfortunately canon material has not yet presented us with a firm explanation. Up
until Dooku's death, it could pretty much be assumed that after a Sith Lord dies, his dark side residue or energy would make him explode as he was killed. After seeing Dooku experience a normal death, however, Sidious is the only Sith in the films that we have seen to experience such an explosive death. This was partially explained as being the result of his body falling down the reactor shaft and hitting some sort of reactor, and as such creating an explosion. So basically it was a practical explanation more than a mythological one. However, in Legends we encounter a strange phenomena called the dark side burst. This burst of dark side energy occasionally occurred when a powerful Sith or a dark Jedi was killed. The resulting shockwave was sometimes very powerful, other times it was a simple dissolving of physical matter. First time we saw this is when the remains of Darth Nihilus were consumed by a small burst of scarlet energy after his death at the hands of Mitra Surik. Same thing happened with Darth Plagueis. After being electrocuted by Palpatine and ultimately killing him, the burst was powerful enough to send ripples throughout the Force, strong enough to be felt throughout Coruscant. 19 years before the Battle of Yavin, Nico Sturris and the other Gensarai leaders' deaths created a dark side burst as well. 3 years before the Battle of Yavin, Shaak Ti released a similar burst after deliberately falling into the Sarlacc pit called the Ancient Abyss. This happened as a result of her losing her duel to Galen Merrick. Later on the planet Ruusan, the Inquisitor Jarek had his body dissipated after he was killed by Kyle Katarn, and even the Night Sister Oshiran gave off a burst of dark energy after being beheaded by Luke. So basically, the phenomena called dark side burst, which now falls into Legends, has given us a basic explanation as to what happened after Palpatine's death. Hopefully we can get a clear answer in the years to come as we dive deeper into canon material. Alright Star Wars fans, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, don't forget to leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe if you have.
So that's what you're seeing. Dispersing of your neural melon, your stored up magical power that's inside of you, that's stored up in your melanocytes. See, remember the solar energy. You've been storing up solar light, force energy, dark energy, because your melanocytes are dark energy. So you've been storing it up for a lifetime. Especially if you've awakened to your magical powers, your spiritual powers, your soul powers. Then then that means your whole melanin body is activated. So when you die, you pass on, you release that energy, and that energy ripples through the Force. And so when that energy ripples through the Force, what happens? It causes some type of destructive energy to happen on the planet. That's the planet feeling. The planet absorbing that energy, and it's coming in the form of a manifestation, maybe a storm, maybe a house setting on fire, maybe the ground cracking, something, earthquake, something. You see, it's some natural phenomenon that represents the power of your dark side birth rippling through the Force, affecting the world around us, right? That's what that is. Now, George Lucas lied, saying Vader turned back to the light side and ascended back into AIM, the Corona. What actually happened was he had Darth Vader destroy the Holy Melanin Body Empire and kill Vader off, so he couldn't realize the errors of his ways. Yeah, see, the Empire is the Melanin Body. You see what I'm saying? And if you don't believe me, the root word of Empire is EM, electromagnetism. You see what I'm saying? And power means fire, power. You see what I'm saying? Power, fire. So electromagnetic fire, electromagnetic soul. So you're talking about your melanin. Your melanin is what? Electromagnetic, right? And of course, it's the soul, which is a sun, which is a black sun or a dark sun. So the dark sun that sits in the core of your body, the black sun that sits in the core of your body. So this is all science. This is all science. So he had him betray his own melanin, his own melanated forces. They was the most powerful beings in the cosmos. And so he had him betrayed. Now, what was the significance of the rebels? The rebels were GMOs, genetically modified organisms, attacking the natural DNA of the indigenous people, of the melanin body. You see what I'm saying? Of the genome of your genetic makeup. That's what a genome is. Just pretty much a cool word for saying your entire genetic makeup. So yeah. So who are the leaders of this resistance? The rebels, or the GMOs, the Monsantos, and all them out there. You had the leaders, Luke Skywalker, who is Luke Skywalker represents the Cabal's perversion of the Luciferian light. Luciferian light is just Luciferian light, but you can use it just like they use the boss energy perversely, or you can use it righteously. You see what I'm saying? So Leia Skywalker, literally Leia Organo, then you know the connection to organo means organic, but it's genetically or actually organo means organism. My bad. It means organism. Genetically modified organism. Athena, that's who Leia represents. The goddess of wisdom and warfare and handicraft. Why is she the goddess of wisdom? What was war about? What was Leia? Leia was a general. She was from Aldebaran, Baron, who were master politicians. And what's the whole purpose of war? To achieve a political objective. So Leia was the general of the resistance, which are genetically modified organisms. And they were also the Gemini twins as well. See what I'm saying? Who was Han Solo? Or should I say Han Solo? Han Solo. Representing masturbation. You know, not getting with a woman. You know, not having a mate. That's what masturbation represented. Chewbacca represented the synthetic animal DNA in the genetic modified organisms. You see what I'm saying? That's what Chewbacca represented. Lando Calrissian. Lando Calrissian. Boule, who was the Boule motherfucker who destroyed the second Death Star, which was Nibiru. He represented, he was a smuggler, he was in love with robots and shit, according to them. And he was the one hustling and making money for who? The Cabal, to keep us locked down. He would always work with, the Boulayers always worked with the establishment, or this Arcanic Republic, to keep us locked down here. And he was the one who did what? He helped destroy the second Death Star. And then let me show you what he did. So Luke was gone, dealing with what was going on in the body. And so they sent their ships, genetically modified organisms, into the second Death Star, Nibiru, to fuck you up. The Death Star is also the mind as well.
Going in. Here goes nothing. Lock onto the strongest power source. It should be the power generator. Foreman, stay alert. We can run out of space real fast. Split up and head back to the surface. And see if you can get a few of those TIE fighters to follow you. Copy, Gold Leader. Quiet,
So the TIE fighters are your T cells that make up your immune system. The Star Destroyers are actually Star Saviors, which are your Star Guys or Spirit Guys. Yeah, they just turned all that shit around on you, didn't it? Yeah, so, you know, this is all you. This is all you. And of course, they in the blackness of space, which is the melanin rain. You see what I'm saying? The melanin rain. So, yeah, what's up, Marvel? What's up, Killer? What you got going on here? See, the objective was to make sure that the Republic was brought back into power. And brought back into power by destroying your holy black body, or holy melanated body. And still, they were destroyed by Starkiller Base, which is a perfected Death Star. You see what I'm saying? Wipe them out. Because remember, the First Order was nothing but the Empire revamped. They fucked up. They injected their diseases with you, but then fucking the melanin, the Empire, regenerated itself, altered itself, and you can't even get sick from that shit. They fucked you with what they fucked you up with before. That's why they always gotta come out and find new ways of fucking you up, because your melanin adapts. You see what I'm saying? Adjusts, reprograms itself to deal with the bullshit that they was hitting you with. You see what I'm saying? That they was hitting you with. So when they was doing this, when they reprogrammed you, when your melanin reprogrammed itself, it came back as the First Order. You see now you see why. The First Order is the Order of Melanin. The Order of Chaos. You see what I'm saying? The Order of Darkness. You know, the Order of the Titans, the Order of the Primordials. Feel me? So this is what you got going on here. So now, let's see here. Where was I? So they were still wiped out by Starkiller Base. Let's see that scene. And what did Starkiller Base wipe them out with? The Red Ray. So now they talking about you now. They talking about you now. Us Star Seeds now who are destroying their systems in this moment. Let's see. Here we go.
Today is the end of the Republic. The end of a regime that acquiesces to disorder. At this very moment, in a system far from here, the new Republic lies to the galaxy, while secretly supporting the treachery of the roots of resistance. This vast machine which you have built, upon which we stand, will bring an end to the Senate, to their cherished fleet. All remaining systems will bow to the First Order, and will remember this as the last day of the Republic.
He was wearing black, melanin. That's the root force. The root chakra's activation. Kylo Ren, it was the Darth Vader of his time. Same shit. He was the melanocytes of his time. That's the great solar flash.
It was the Republic. Roger, base. Red squad. Blue squad. Take my...
So now, you see, so they completed that shit in episode 7. They had to come back and shut it down 8 and 9, of course. The 4, 5, 6, and 7 were direct sequels of each other. Now they tried to shut it down with 8. You know, that's when they started fucking shit up with 8 and 9. You know, they intentionally sabotaged 8 and 9 because they wasn't supposed to destroy the Republic again in episode 7. You see what I'm saying? But they destroyed it again, so the Archons came in and said, yo, y'all gotta fuck it up now. Nah, y'all weren't supposed to destroy the Republic a second time. Showing you that no matter what, the First Order, the melanin body, gonna always come back and fuck up the Republic, the artificial matrix, the artificial system, the transhumanism. You see what I'm saying? The transhumanism, the synthetic matrix, the genetically modified organisms. You see what I'm saying? The artificial intelligence, the AI, the artificial program, the AOS. They call it iOS, but it's actually, which is information operating systems, but it's actually AOS, artificial operating systems. You see what I'm saying? The artificial revolution that these niggas is waging against us. You feel me? That's what this is. That's what the Republic is. The archonic, artificial matrix that is waging war against us to keep their power and rule over us. That's what you see. So they wiped them motherfuckers out with the root force. That's why all of us was mostly born in America for the last 120 years. You see what I'm saying? The root force. They had the chaos field behind them. See what I'm saying? Everybody was like, what the red ray represent? What Starkiller represent? What Starkiller base represent? Actually, it's Star Savior base. You see what I'm saying? It ain't killing no souls. They killing Archons. So it's actually Star Savior base. It's Star Freedom base around here. So that's what you got going on here. And they wiped out this archonic, broken ass United Nations, United Archonic Republic, who is working to keep us locked down. And they used the ray of will, the ray of survival. That's what the first ray represents, the ray of will, the ray of survival, the ray of root, the root force, the root chakra that we are all standing on right now. Mother Earth's root chakra, we standing on it right now. They used their ray to destroy that shit, which is what we did. We came down here, broke into their matrix, and we used the ray. We harnessed the powers of the root force to destroy that shit with our knowledge, our teachings, our powers, our astral warfare, yada 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 yada. This goes on. Everything we did, harnessing the root force or the red ray or them red lightsabers. You see what I'm saying? What you got going on here. So, what they had to do, they had to get us back, right? You know, it's just one big warfare, right? So they destroyed Starkiller base and transformed. They destroyed Starkiller base, right? They destroy it, right? Because Starkiller base is the perfected Death Star, the perfected mind. You see what I'm saying? The God mind. So they destroy it, and it becomes the sun. But see, just like what was the significance of it becoming the sun? The planet becomes a sun. The Death Star, the thought bomb, becomes a sun. Then I just said earlier that Beetlejuice goes supernova and ascend. Well, that's us going supernova and ascending. So even though they tried to destroy the shit, we still won out. So let's see that scene. Let's see what that scene. Yeah. Let's skip some of this.
Weapon fully charged in 30 seconds. Prepare to fire.
Now, you seen the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon is actually the archonic military force of America as we know it today. You see what I'm saying? It ain't got shit to do with Hellroot. It's actually the Millennium Eagle, but they don't sound as cool as the Millennium Falcon. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Yeah, phone just started talking for no reason. I was like, goddamn, what the fuck going on here? Anyway. Yeah, Millennium Falcon. It is actually a code word Millennium Eagle, which is the image of, America. But it didn't sound as cool, so they called it the Millennium Falcon. Trying to label Hellroot as the enemy. Nah, it's actually the archonic military force and the United States government or United Snakes government working against us every chance they get. See what I'm saying? So that's what the Millennium Falcon represents. So as you seen, they destroyed Starkiller base, but it transmuted into a sun because it went supernova. They did not mean for that to happen. That was not supposed to happen. Now, let me tell y'all this. They were supposed to just destroy the planet and it be done. They was not supposed to destroy the planet and that motherfucker transmute into the sun. That was accidental. That was accidental, y'all. So when that happened, it showed that Starkiller Bay actually transmuted, actually went supernova and transmuted into a solar being, a solar celestial being. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. So this whole story, is designed to shut down the melanin. But just like they showed you in The Force Awakens, as they destroy Starkiller Base, you still going to go supernova and be free anyway. You see what I'm saying? See, Star Wars is pure wizardry. And that's why I dropped this in the Sagittarius Scorpio cuff. Sagittarius is the hunter, Scorpio is the stinger. You see what I'm saying? The assassin. You see what I'm saying? So I wanted to really drop this energy right now on the cusp, because I wanted to show how we still came out on top. Because that was the end of the Death Star story. 4, 5, 6, and 7. We started as early as 3. It's Revenge of the Sith, where they first showed the formation of the Empire, and Darth Vader coming in. But really, 3 through 7 are direct sequels of each other. You see what I'm saying? It's happening in real time. The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker was them. They was trying to, cover it up, but it was too late. So they had to fuck it up. They just had to destroy Star Wars altogether because Episode 7 was too fucking good. Episode 7 was too goddamn good. You showing the black man dropping off his armor, freeing his melanin. You're showing him hooking up with the feminine energy and Rey, who was actually supposed to be a black woman. You got him hanging out with oracles, which is Lupita Nyong'o, which is the black woman. You got them doing things that they ain't supposed to be doing. And so they had to come in, them Archons came in to this, the MIB, the men in black. Said, look here, get y'all shit together. That was too good. It wasn't supposed to be that good. They even had George Lucas come out and complain that it was too much like the first Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope. It was too much alike. But everybody know that you start off by giving the praises. When you adopt something, you start off by giving praises to the original creator by showing your work as if it was like the creator. You see what I'm saying? So they were just showing off their work. They were just giving respects. What respect was due. So that's what they was doing. So this is what you had going on here. So Episode 7, that's why you can watch Episode 7 all fucking day. You can watch Episode 7 all fucking day. Because that it showed you what we was gonna do anyway. I was like, why did they destroy the Republic twice in 7 movies? They destroyed it in Episode 3, then they came back and destroyed it again in Episode 7. So what's going on with this Republic? And that's what made me research and come to find out the whole planet is under the United Nations, which is actually a republic. It is not, I repeat, it is not an empire. Our civilization prior to this was an empire. You see what I'm saying? Even though they got the queen making it look like it's a monarchy, the queen is still, England is still part of the United Nations, which is a republic. See what I'm saying? It's set up like the republic. Like go watch Star Wars, then go look at Capitol Hill. It looks just like the republic. You see what I'm saying? Or look at the United Nations. Where they meet at. I forget the name of it. It's a meeting ground where they meet at every year, but I'll go look at that, and it's gonna look just like the Republic in Star Wars. You're gonna be, oh, okay, gotcha. So it was all bullshit. It was all bullshit. You know, everybody on the First Order and Empire side, they were black. You know, they were black. First it was the Sith, then it was the Empire, now the First Order, casting their shadow over us. In other words, they using their melanin to fuck them up. So once again, the rise of the First Order, which is us. Then they just made some mockery. They just made some old bullshit. They just threw it together. Episode 8 and 9 was not nearly as good. I don't know if episode 9 they at least tried, the final order and all that shit, but nobody cared by then. You had fucked it over episode 8. And they showed the Emperor using his powers and everything. They showed the Sith coats, the Sith magic. They showed the Sith alchemy and everything, the Sith sorcery. But it wasn't done well. It wasn't done well. Them Archons came in and told them to do something about what they did with episode 7. And of course, them just wanting to tell a story. What was they gonna do in 2 years to tell a good story when the story was already laid out? And so they just fucked it up. So they had Kathleen Kennedy come in there and destroy, using her feminism to destroy goddamn episode 8 and 9. Because that's basically what episode 8 and 9 was about, feminism. Episode 7 was nothing like that. Episode 7 was a direct continuation of 3, 4, 5, and 6. You see what I'm saying? That's why 3 through 7 is actually good. And 8 and 9, 1 and 2 are just prequels of 3 through 7. You see what I'm saying? They're just prequels. Everything from Revenge of the Sith on down is actually the true story. So Force Awakens is the true story. Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones was just the prequels. Then you know what was going on. The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker was just some shit they threw together for real. That's why they was horrible fucking movies. You see what I'm saying? It was horrible fucking movies. So this is what you got going on here. Y'all. So there you go. That's pretty much it, them. So let me see how much time I have left here. Well, my battery life. That's what really distinguishes the time. But yeah, I'm pretty much done, y'all. That pretty much wraps up this lecture on the Death Star. Any questions? Any questions before I get up out of here? So yeah, this pretty much told you everything you need to know. Any questions? Sure, y'all, will the flash be at night or day? All depends on the cosmic forces. You just be ready. You got the whole day to be ready. Could happen in the noon or daytime. Could happen in the middle of the night when the winter solstice actually kick in. All depends on the cosmic forces with that. So just be ready. This is completely off target. Is my Walmart closed on Thursday? Mine in Georgia is, and that's pretty fucking odd. I don't know. I didn't check. I didn't check. I appreciate knowledge. No problem. No problem. Any question? Sure work out. Does it matter if you're inside or outside? I don't think it matters, but I advise you to be outside because the energy is at its strongest outside. So you can actually inhale the green light. Just know when you feel like you need to be there, be there. When you get into the message to go outside, go outside. See what I'm saying? What's up, Sherry? Javon, what if we can't see it? Don't matter, you can feel it. If you can't see it, you damn sure can feel it. You're going to see the convergence anyway, whether you like it or not. You know, so if you can't see the green mist, you're going to feel the green mist because you're going to feel a different type of energy be inhaled into your body. Sure, all y'all, it'll last for a few days. You know, it'll last. James, how long is it going to take? It take it as long as it needs to take. Just know it happening that day. You know, can't rush perfection, as they said. Bella, am I talking about 12/21 or this Thursday? We talking about 12/21. We talking about the convergence. James, we'll actually shift and be upgraded. Then it goes down. We'll be in the astral and physical realms. Will be merging. Well, don't forget that. So these realms, the physical realm will be merged into the astral realm completely on the great convergence. So don't forget that. Yeah, they out here spraying them. Kendra. Alright, I'm gonna let y'all go now. Marvin Jones, y'all put the word out. Share this with your friends. If y'all want the 100 Sacred Needle names, holler at me for the 20. I also throw in 50 names of Marduk as well. If you want to check out my other collections, hit me up at the Melanin Order on YouTube. And if you want to donate, Cashapp me, mcjnetwork. Sure, does that mean we'll be able to see past relatives? Yeah, you're able to see past relatives now. You're going to get stronger and stronger as time goes on. So yeah, but yeah, you'll be able to do way more than what you can do now. Definitely. So be looking out. Be looking forward to it. Be practicing. Be ready. How will you know if you shift it? You're going to feel it. Yeah, you're going to see it. Your whole being going to change. So yeah. But alright, y'all. I'm Marvin Jones, and I'm out. Peace.